Hi yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome to my yoga time, and today is your yoga snack class. We're focusing on the side body. So when you're ready, coming over onto all fours, coming into your puppy pose. So keeping those hips up nice and high above the knees and extending your arms in front. Taking the hands as wide as the mat, especially if the shoulders are feeling tight. And if the forehead doesn't meet the mat, placing your yoga block or a rolled up towel underneath for support. Option 2, bring the elbows a little closer, hands coming into prayer above the head. Relaxing the jaw. Positioning the tip of the tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. Begin to observe the breath moving the upper body, creating space. And taking one last breath here, inhale and pause. Hold the breath for 1 or 2 counts before you exhale very slowly. And follow the next inhalation, lower the hands down, lifting the head, coming forward onto your navel, into your Sphinx pose. Pressing down through the tops of the feet. Gently drawing those elbows back as you reach the heart forward. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Bring your forehead to the mat, hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck your tailbone under, and as you inhale, lift the chest and the legs. Keep the hands down. Exhale to lower. 3 more. Again, tailbone tucking. Lower belly firming. Inhale to lift up. Gently draw those elbows back. Exhale to fold. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Elbows are squeezing back. And exhaling down. Pressing back now into a wide-legged child's pose. So big toes to touch, knees are as wide as the mat, sinking those hips back. Forehead touching down, and then lifting the palms, so just your fingertips pressing into the mat. Inhale to lift the head, and as you exhale, walk your hands over to your left as far as you can comfortably go. Little bend in the left elbow, keeping the right arm straight. Little lift in the right armpit. And take a spacious breath down the right side waist. Inhale to lift the head. Let's walk the hands over to the right side. The left arm is straight. A little lift in the left armpit. And coming back to center. Returning to your tabletop position. Here we'll thread the needle. So right arm underneath the left. Bring your right ear to the mat. Left elbow to point to the ceiling. Option to take chin mudra, index finger and thumb to connect with your right hand. So here, gently press your right arm into the mat. Squeeze those shoulder blades towards one another. Feel free to stay exactly as you are. If you'd like to go a little further, you can raise your left leg behind you, toes pointing down. Keeping the jaw relaxed. Remember to breathe. Exhale, lower left knee down, pressing up. Coming forward into your plank pose now. From here, step your left foot forward, halfway between the right foot and hands. Raise your left arm up and overhead. So any concerns with your wrists or shoulders, stay here. Otherwise, we'll take a flow. Inhaling, lifting the hips, and as you exhale, lower the hips down, looking towards your foot. And lower left hand down, return to your plank. Inhaling at the top and exhale, knees down. Let's thread the needle on the other side. Left arm underneath the right. Right elbow to point to the ceiling. Option is stay here or raise that right leg behind you. Inhale and exhale, right knee down, returning to tabletop, lifting up into plank, stepping right foot forward, halfway between the left foot and hands, right arm overhead. Inhaling here, option to take your flow. Be sure to press into the pads of the fingers. One more. And returning to plank. This time stepping back into your downward facing dog. From here we'll take a twist. Option to keep your feet as they are, otherwise you might like to step the feet a little closer and even a little wider as we take a twist. Right hand to the left leg, looking underneath your armpit. And changing sides. And release. Let's return to the mat, knees coming down. I'm just going to spin around so you can see me a little better. So onto all fours. So from here, raise your right leg and take your leg over to the left, looking over your shoulder. Pressing into the hands, the hip and the heel. And taking your spacious breath down the right side waist. From here, we'll lift that right leg and take it over to the right, toes pointing forward. Walk your hands over to the left, taking your right arm above the head. Looking down to relieve the neck. Gently draw the shoulders down towards the hips and send your left hip forward. Option to stay exactly as you are, or we'll take a flow. Inhale and exhale, take a seat. Last one. And returning to the mat, bring your right foot in and changing sides. Left leg over to the right, looking over your shoulder. Taking left leg out to the left now, toes pointing forward. Walk your hands to the right, left arm above the head. Breathing into the left side waist. Option to stay as you are or take your flow. From here, let's return to our tabletop position and lifting those hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale to raise the right leg. Option to stay as you are, keeping hips square and right leg straight. Otherwise, if it feels okay for your body, lift up your right hip and bend your knee. Look under your armpit. Keeping your right foot flexed as though you're kicking something away. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin to straighten the legs, square the hips and step forward. Ground your left foot down on a very slight angle as you windmill your arms up, coming into your warrior two pose. Press those feet gently away from one another. Lower left hand down, inhale, reaching back, dancing warrior. From here, take your left hand around to your lower back. Option to take chin mudra in connecting index finger and thumbs. One last breath here. And then as you return to center, heel toe your back foot in just a little closer, and then coming into your triangle pose, Trikonasana. You might even like to take a mudra through your right hand as well. Keep a little bend in your right knee. Option to look over your shoulder or down towards your foot. Continue to gently press those feet away from one another and try and tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, right arm up and take it overhead. Looking down now if you're not already. Gently bring those shoulders back away from the ears. Breathing into the left side waist. Inhale and exhale, lower left hand down to the mat, lift the back heel and find your easy twist. And lower right hand down, let's change sides, step it back, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, option to stay as you are, otherwise lift the hip, bend the knee, look under your armpit. Straightening the legs, squaring the hips, stepping through, grounding your right foot on a slight angle and windmilling those arms up, warrior two. Let's lower right hand down, taking left arm up. Option to take the hand to the low back, looking for your mudra. Tip of the tongue is still placed where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. And let's come back to center, heel toe your back foot in just a little. Take those hips back as you reach forward. Option to take the drishti to the shoulder or to the big toe. Chin tucking in, feet pressing away, tailbone tucking under. Let's inhale, right arm up and overhead. Looking down now if you're not already, and gliding those shoulders back away from the ears. Inhale and exhale, lower down, finding your easy twist. Lower down, step it back into your last downward facing dog. And bring those knees down to the mat. Taking a seated position now. Right leg out on a 45-degree angle. So bending your left knee and placing the sole of the foot to the thigh. Be sure to keep a little squeeze behind this left knee, a little flexion in your right foot. Let's inhale, left arm up and leaning over to your right. Now, if you can't reach the foot, that's fine. Let the hand rest wherever it's landed. If you are close to the foot, palm is facing up and then take a hold of the big toe knuckle. Left arm above the head. Feel free to look down. As long as there's no strain in the neck, you might choose to look back towards the armpit. Very slight tuck of the tailbone. And spacious breath into your left side waist. Inhale to come up, take that left hand behind you, take a baby back bend. And then as you exhale, taking a seat, take the right hand behind you, inhale, left arm up, and folding forward now, just reaching for the shin, or maybe you can hold on to the foot. Inhaling. And exhale, lower down. And let's release, coming all the way up. We'll change sides. Draw your right leg in, left leg out. Once again, a little squeeze behind your right knee, a little flexion in your left foot. Again, if you're close to that foot, palm facing up, take a hold of your big toe knuckle. Inhale to come up. Right hand behind you, baby back bend. And take a seat. Left hand behind you, right arm up, folding forward with a little twist. Inhale to release. Well done, yogis. From here, we're going to come down onto our back. So bending the knees, bring the hands into prayer, thumbs to touch the sternum, lower belly firm as you slowly roll down. Once you come down, knees are bent, let's lift the hips, move them over to the left side of the mat. Then straighten the legs, take the feet over to the right side. Option to let the feet just rest, or a little stronger if you cross left ankle over the right. And as long as there's no discomfort in the shoulders, take the arms above the head. Either letting the hands rest where they fall or holding onto opposite elbows with the hands. Be sure to keep the hips level, left buttock is grounded. And feel the breath moving the left side waist. One more breath. We'll lower those arms down, uncrossing the ankles if they're crossed, knees bending. Shift your hips over to the right side of the mat. Legs will straighten, take the feet over to the left side. Again, arms overhead if the shoulders permit. So you're making a banana shape with the body. Keeping right buttock grounded, hips are level. Feeling the breath creating space in the side waist from the inside out. Let's lower those arms down now, bending in the knees, bringing the body back to the center of the mat. Let's connect the soles of the feet and let the knees fall out wide. Option to stay as you are with palms facing the ceiling, shoulders tucking under. If you're staying here, you might even like to take Chin Mudra once again, index finger and thumbs to connect. Option 2, turn those palms down, press the feet in towards one another. Point the toes back towards the knees. Try and tuck the tailbone as you lift your hips up. And exhale, lower down. Let's guide those knees together. A moment to squeeze the knees in towards the chest or rock from side to side. From here, lower those feet down to the mat. We'll finish with a brief twist. Just move your hips a touch to the left, crossing left leg over the right, arms out to the side, and allow the knees to come down. Releasing any last bit of tension in the lower back, the outer hips. Inhale, knees back to center. Uncrossing the leg to the right side, right leg crossing over the left. Twisting to your left now. Breathing into the lower back. Inhale the knees to center. And crossing the legs and moving into Shavasana. Shoulders tucking under, palms facing the ceiling. Once again, the option to take Chin Mudra. Relaxing the forehead, letting the eyes roll back, and tongue and jaw are soft. Taking this time to just be. I hope you enjoyed your yoga snack, yogis. Have a lovely day. Namaste.